Hi there, in this screencast I'm going to show you how to do a little image manipulation for the images of the actor objects that are going to race around the screen. So in keeping with my kind of pixelated aviation theme, I did a search for airplane sprites and I found this image right here. Now fortunately this thumbnail is about the right size. The problem is it's Adobe stock photo and it's probably going to be blocked or it's going to have watermarks on it. So what I'm going to do is another screen capture of it using the Windows snipping tool. So I'm going to do the Windows snipping tool once again. Okay, I think that's good. So I'm going to save it to my images folder. So I'm just going to call it airplane. It's going to be a PNG file. So you either want the sprite images that you save to be PNG or GIF files, not JPEGs. JPEGs will not support image transparency, background transparency, which is what you want. Okay, now you may say, oh, you have one image, it's facing to the left, and you need two for the game, and you want a transparent background for both of them. Okay, so let me first handle the situation where I need two of them and not one. So now I'm going to open my image. And there it is. Okay, so now I'm going to flip it so it's facing to the right. So let me do that first. So I'm going to flip horizontal. Okay, then I'm going to give it a transparent background. Now, the way you give it a transparent background is use the magic wand tool. So I go to magic wand in the tool menu. It's a little, looks like a magic wand. And then I'm going to click in the area around the sprite. Now, depending on your image, you may have to adjust the transparent or the tolerance. So see how when I drag this slider up here, sometimes it takes more of the image and sometimes it takes less. So I just want it so that there's a dash line around the actual sprite. I don't want to take any of the portions of the sprite outside or make any portion of the sprite transparent. Okay, so once you have the background selected, you're going to hit the delete key. All right, and now I have my sprite image that is transparent, and so I'm going to save this one. And then I'm going to save a copy of it and call it Airplane 2. Okay, so now I want to make some color variation on this for Airplane 2. So once again, I'm going to go to the Magic Wand tool, and I'm going to pick a solid portion of the image. So that would be, let's see, right there. And now I'm going to pick a color. So I'm going to make this one be blue. So in the color wheel, I kind of drag up the little circle up till it's blue. And then I need to make sure it's the primary color, meaning it's the color that has the blue square on top of the other one. Okay, so it does. So now I'm going to use the paint bucket tool. So I'm going to go and find the paint bucket, and then I'm going to click right in that portion of the screen that I selected. Okay, and I'm going to select another portion as well. And we again. Okay, so I also used the paintbrush tool to kind of clean up a few of the dots here that weren't taken out when I used the magic wand. Um, excuse me. So you can do that as well. One trick is to zoom in. You can hold the control key down and then use the mouse wheel, and that will really help you if you're really particular about your image. That'll help you zoom in, and you can kind of go pixel by pixel. You can also make the paintbrush size much smaller. So up here where it says brush size, you can, make it much bigger than it was. I'm pretty satisfied with what I have. It's not perfect, but it's good enough. So I'm gonna just save the changes. Okay, and now I have my two images. Now, if you wanted to make your images bigger or smaller, you could go to the image menu and go to resize. And then if you do this, you want to probably maintain the aspect ratio. And you know what? Let me do this. I'm going to make my airplane smaller. Instead of 300 pixels, I'm going to make them 100 pixels wide. Okay, so that's airplane 2. So of course I need to do airplane 1 as well, or my first airplane. So I'm going to resize that to be 150 pixels. Okay, and so that's good. So now I have my airplanes, and the next thing I want to do is create 2 airplane classes and then create airplane objects and add them to my world. So to do that, I'm going to go over here in Greenfoot, right click on actor and do new subclass, and I'm going to call one of them red airplane. So class names are usually named with capital letters, so that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to pick the red airplane image, and now I'm going to make a blue airplane class. So the class for the airplane, blue airplane and red airplane, will define where all the code goes that defines their behavior, which in this case they don't do a whole lot except race across the screen. But in our next project there will be more code inside the blue airplane, inside the source code for your actor classes. Okay, so now I'm going to go to my world and I'm going to make variables for the red airplane and blue airplane. So, and I want these to be global variables, or what we call instance variables, so that they can be accessed anywhere in the code of my world. So if I declare them inside one of the methods, I can only reference them there, but I want to reference them anywhere in the code and actually from other classes as well. So I'm going to make variables for them. So I'm going up to line 18, and I'm going to say private red airplane. So that's the variable type. And I'm going to say, let's see, R plane. Okay, I could call it anything I want. Try to give it a name that begins with a lowercase letter and something that's going to help you remember what it is. Okay, and now I'm going to go to my world and I'm going to create airplane objects and add them to the world, which means add them to the screen. So I'm going to say rplane equals new red plane, and red plane is the name of my class, rplane is the name of the variable. Oh, I think it was red airplane, not red plane. There we go, and I'm going to say alright, so now I want to add them to the screen. So I want to add the red airplane about, let's see, maybe half of the way down the screen, and the blue airplane about 3/4 of the way down the screen. So here's how I do it. I'm going to say add object, And then I'm going to put what I'm adding red plane, or R plane. And I'm going to add 100 pixels from the left edge of the screen. And then I'm going to say, let's see, get height divided by 2 for the red airplane. And then for the blue airplane, it's going to be add object. He's also going to be 100 pixels from the left edge, and let's see, I said I wanted to do it about 2/3, maybe 3/4. So I'm going to say 3 divided by 4 times get height. Okay, and now when I go back to, oops, I missed a open parenthesis. And when I go back, I should have, well, I have my red airplane. Let's see, my blue airplane, what's the deal here? Try putting that in per, oh, I know what the problem is. In Java, 3 divided by 4 is 0, because when you divide two ints, you get an int, and it rounds down. So let me do 0.75 times get height. Oh yeah, so I need, let's do, it can only be an int, so I can't multiply by a decimal. So I'm going to put times 3 divided by 4, and I think that will get rid of my problem. And let's see. Oh, I have an extra open parenthesis. There we go. Okay, so now I'm all set with my airplanes and my background.